Tonight, President Trump arguing immigration reform is needed to make America safe. Crime in the city of Springfield is up compared to this time last year. Chief Paul Williams says crime is up 6.5% overall through the end of November. Violent crimes are close to the same numbers as 2016, but property crimes have increased. In the beginning, like that woman said, streets were completely unfamiliar after all the damage Irma caused.
Yeah, it's something you...
One person is dead after a car accident in Rolla. Authorities say 39-year-old John Atkinson was killed when his vehicle lost control, left the roadway, went airborne, and wrecked. Toxicology reports are pending, but authorities believe Atkinson was intoxicated. Well, it might sound like the plot to a Halloween thriller, but we promise this chainsaw-wielding nun is using the power tool to help others.
That's right.
For the 16th consecutive year, Americans say they trust nurses more than any other profession. Researchers believe, get this, consumers may be suffering from pumpkin spice fatigue. Well, you know, David, my pumpkin spice latte just isn't the same when fall temperatures are 90 degrees.
Exactly.
A 75-foot Christmas tree headed to the U.S. Capitol was on display at Bass Pro Shops today. The outdoor retail store was chosen to be a whistle stop for the tree as it makes its way to D.C. from the Kootenai National Forest in Montana. Joining in the festivities was the Republic High School Marching Band and Christmas carolers. And you can't have Christmas without chocolate. Reindeer s'mores, hot cocoa, and cooking demonstrations were offered to the public as well. I haven't noticed anything in the tap water, but I think we could have went outside today to just open our mouth because it rained for a little bit.
It did rain a little bit here. We had a pretty quick downpour, almost a quarter of an inch of rain.
Up next, a new reason to procrastinate going grocery shopping. I know I am. First question then is, which is more important to the Trump administration, the indictment or the guilty plea?
Well, really the guilty plea.
With 150 courageous kids fighting for their lives at Mercy Hospital, our Lake and McGee sat down with one patient and her parents discussing the heartache of diagnosis and treatment. Baxter County officials are investigating the death of a 77-year-old man found with a single gunshot wound to the head. Well, we know New Year's Eve is right around the corner, and excessive drinking on that holiday can lead to a painful morning after. But helpful strategies for treating a hangover do exist. Doctors say drink in moderation and eat before you drink. Be cautious around darker alcohol because they contain more toxic chemicals. To reduce the impact of a hangover headache, take a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory painkiller before going to bed. They also suggest to make every other drink a non-alcoholic beverage like water. One important thing to remember the morning after, watch out for caffeine because caffeinated drinks can boost your heart rate and worsen dehydration.
Number one key to having no hangover, just lay off the alcohol.
Don't drink. I love it.
The sparkling grape juice.
There you go.
That'll do it. Well, coming up, which celebrities are the most charitable in 2017?
And it's a family feud for Jay-Z and his family as he releases a new music video. Hollywood News next. Now, you may remember when Crayola retired its dandelion color and replaced it with a different one called Yinmin Blue. Well, that name didn't stick, so Crayola asked fans to vote on a new name, Meet Bluetiful. Want to get away? Maybe you can soon to just about anywhere on Earth in an hour, at least if you're a billionaire entrepreneur. A Bolivar woman is charged with the death of her 14-year-old son who died of a drug overdose last week. 41-year-old Danielle Baker is charged with 5 felonies.
Hey, that means to be safe from...
Those trees are even bending from the wind so far that they're almost breaking. And then Steve Harrigan's out there.
Yeah.
And he's almost falling over too. Oh my goodness, what a scene.
The wind is really
Good evening, Ozarks. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kallie Koester.
And I'm John Adams. You're watching Fox 5 News at 9.
Tragedy in Springfield tonight after a car crash outside of an elementary school has left one child dead.
Our Elizabeth Fry is in the studio tonight with more.
Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore.
But the White House says the president is not expected to mention Moore during tonight's campaign-style rally in Pensacola, Florida. Fox's John Roberts takes a look. Star Wars The Last Jedi comes out December 15th. Well, the force is definitely with us because we've had this beautiful weather.
That's right, and I'm going to give up all the the midnight nachos that I make, and I'm going to try this diet.
Okay, but once you get hangry, I'm slapping some food on your desk.
All right, fine.
And making you eat it.
Okay, deal.
All right, still to come, there's a new top-grossing superhero film of all time. Gluten-free diets are all the rage, but doctors say they're not a good idea for everyone. Doctors say only people with conditions that require them to avoid gluten, such as celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, should go completely gluten-free. One Florida nun is getting a lot of buzz. Video of a Florida nun pulling out a chainsaw to remove fallen trees is going viral, and today Sister Margaret Ann continuing her efforts to clear the debris left behind from Hurricane Irma. Chainsaw in hand, habit on, the nun continuing to break down large limbs that fell near the school, saying the road was completely blocked by trees, and she felt obligated to help clear the street.
Well, I was just happy that I had the opportunity to help out. There was a lot of need, and the road was not passable, so I just wanted to help out and try to make it safer for people to travel and get in and out to the store and where they needed to go.
Her actions spurred the community, who joined in on the effort to clean up the streets and neighborhood.